Welcome in. It's the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM, Big X Sports Radio. I'm your host, Roman Kelly, joined today by my co-host, J.R. Anderson, soon to be joined by our other co-host here on the Ticket Punchers, Mr. Philly Picks, a.k.a. Curtis Phillips, as we come to you guys 5:30 to 6, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday here on the Big X, also on YouTube, also on Twitter if you want to catch us on our visual stream. Got a lot we're going to be discussing, as it has been quite some time since we've gotten out on the radio side of things. So almost a week since we've been out on the radio due to the high school basketball, Indiana basketball, Louisville sports that kind of deterred the afternoon radio here, which we know happens end of February, beginning of March. It's that time of the season, but we're still going to be giving punches out, still going to be giving picks out, and looking into the night and day of sports ahead of us. JR, how are you today, sir? How are you feeling? How are the punches been here in this beginning of the month of March? Having some technical difficulties here.
0.5 long.
Love to hear that. Didn't get all of that in there. We heard that you're marching along right there at the end. Computer.
I said a lot of good wins, and then we only had a couple bad losses by 0.5 or 2. So
couple of bad beats with the hooks.
10.
The hooks happen. That's just betting. When you bet every day or you bet a lot of different sports, you're going to have some of those kinds of losses. It's just part of it. But if you can stack up more wins than losses, then you stay in the green. And that's what we do here on the Ticket Punchers. JR, I want to discuss with you a few different topics, a few different things. We've got a lot of NFL news happening, and you are a Ravens fan on the show. So before we get into some ACC tournament chatter with the basketball side of things and where things are kind of sitting in the NBA as well, I kind of want to see where you're at just as a Ravens fan here on the show. The new addition of Max Crosby kind of seeming like the Baltimore Ravens are in win now mode officially after 5 years of kind of just not meeting the expectation of what you should be doing with your roster. When you have a talent like Lamar Jackson, they've had their moments defensively, building good rosters, but you change up your defense and you get new defensive coordinators. You haven't had any consistency, JR. Now you bring in someone like Max Crosby to bolster a defense that should have been better than it was last season. Does this kind of change the expectation, the feeling that you have as a Ravens fan right now going into next season?
Totally. Max is probably the best Raven prospect that I've seen in a long time since, old Ed Reed and Ray and those boys. But, I think Jesse and coaching staff will bring back play like a Raven. And I think Max Crosby is the excellent first piece on that chessboard. We did lose Linderbaum and Isaiah Likely, but, we couldn't rebuild and pay those contracts out. So overall, the moves we made, I fully support. And I'm ready for this season.
We're going to be chatting more about the NFL free agency in the coming days, but with Louisville in action tomorrow and the opponent that we're going to be playing in action currently right now, still deciding in a game between Syracuse and SMU, who Louisville will be seeing tomorrow. And we're going to be having a lot of today's chatter centered around March Madness, these conference tournaments, and finding some fun games to look into and get some wagers in on and punch some tickets on. We will have Philly Picks joining up here shortly, but JR, let's get right into it. Let's chat because March has gotten into its madness already. I wanted to know just how you're feeling. It's that time of the year. What are you looking forward to most, both just with the way that you're going to be going about watching games and your wagering? Are you looking to buy into the mid-major teams? Are you looking at some of these 1.5, 2.5 spreads? Are you looking at the team totals? What's something that's been catching your eye as you look into some of these games early on here in March as we look into the college basketball season, getting into tournament time?
Yeah, I kind of got my feet wet last night with the Santa Clara and St. Mary's game. I thought St. Mary's had it in the bag, and then their point guard just goes berserk, starts hitting step back three. The man just went completely berserk. That's the only word that I could describe it. So I definitely lost that bet. I went 1-1 in that game. So, I think what I'm going to do this season is do what I did last season and just live. You're really good at taking over-unders live and waiting until sometimes the favorite comes out slow and then it kind of adjusts a little bit over the first quarter or first half of the quarter. Definitely going to play definitely going to play most of what I'm looking at live. And then, outside of the favorite, kind of 60-70% are games, where the odds are, sub 200, maybe take a couple parlays, like two or three legs there, give or take. But definitely some straights.
Those lower conference, those mid-major type of conference games between these teams that are evenly matched, I mean, there's no telling. It's like you look at you go back into look at the regular season matchups, the home team won both games. And it's like how looking at a team that's 15 or 18 and 14 or something like that, how do you decide who's going to win? 17 and 15 going up against 18 and 14, and they split the team the games on their home floor in the conference regular season. I have to wager those games live. Those are the best ways to do it on some of those kinds of performances. And when you look at the big teams in the power conferences, I kind of look at it like you just mentioned, JR. If I see like BYU tonight, right, going up against Kansas State, 10.5-point favorites, lines move to 11.5. If BYU comes out of that game slow, Kansas State gets off to a 8-2 lead or a 10-4 lead. That line's gonna skyrocket down and still be in favor of BYU, but it's going to be a 3.5-point favorite now instead of a 10.5 because they've just given up 4 or 5 quick baskets to start the game. Those kinds of lines are the ways that I think are to have some real fun live betting the college basketball games. And then when you're just looking at overall money lines straight up in those mid-major kinds of conference games that we're going to be having more of here these next couple of days, I think you got to look at just the overall live bet on the favorite, see what the favorite does to come out of the game and adjust from there. A lot of live totals that you can kind of look at as well. If it's a high-scoring game, a projected high-scoring game, they come out slow, live line trickles down from what it was to start. You can look at an over spot in those. And then on the flip side, low-scoring projected game, they come out hot. You can maybe find an under if they skyrocket that line. So that's kind of how we view the live betting here with the college basketball. The ticket punchers a little bit. JR, we've got a lot of games on tonight. There's NBA action on tonight. Let's look into what had happened last night because I haven't given this a shout out yet. I don't really like giving too much credit to those UK guys. You know us, 2 diehard fans here on the Ticket Puncher Show. But we're also not going to be biased, right? We're definitely not biased in our picks. I've made a lot of money on UK players in the NBA. With that being said, I am just going to give a shout-out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last night. I mean, talk about clutch, talk about ice in his veins, and then kind of letting the crowd hear it, letting the Denver players hear it as well. He said, we're not going to overtime, And I think he solidified that he reminded us, I'm the favorite for this MVP. My team, when I'm playing at my best, is the favorite to win it all. Did you kind of have any readjustment of feelings about the Thunder last night, JR? Because that's what happened to me. They're going up against a team that I kind of feel like at full strength, at full health, in a 7-game series is capable of beating anybody in the Denver Nuggets. You look at what Aaron Gordon did in his first game back, getting into double digits on the rebounds, showing that giving that switchability out there on the perimeter. And then Shai. Go ahead.
I was going to say the scary part about them is that they're missing 2 starters on the OKC side.
Yeah.
OKC side with Chet and Jalen Williams, and goes out here. Of course he's going to get 30. He broke Wilt's consecutive 20-plus points, or he at least entered that glory. So hats off to him on that. But to put on that type of performance without 2 starters, and you got second, third-year players out there, and to beat a full other side in the phenomenal, just phenomenal, man. I don't think he reshaped anything. Like, he is who he is. Defending MVP. I do think Jokic it on here in these last 18 games, give or take.
Yeah, he had it on last night. 32 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm very interested to see what off matchup entails if they do match up again.
I am too, because you know that Aaron Gordon got hurt game 6 last year, didn't get to play in that game 7 at full strength. I'm ready to see a completely healthy Nuggets team go up against a completely healthy Thunder team. I mean, the Thunder are not like 2 tiers above Denver by any means, but you can kind of see, I mean, you saw the best offensive player last night going up against the best player in the world last night. And that matchup came down to the wire when all of their extra pieces are at full strength, full health. Christian Braun's gotten back in a rhythm offensively, knocking down jumpers. I mean, Eric Gordon, you wouldn't have thought that was his first game back in weeks, the way that he was scoring and rebounding the basketball. You get a little bit more there in the fourth quarter from Jamal Murray, and that's maybe a different game. So, but still, I think that with the way that I saw Shea perform shooting the ball there at the end of that game, and he's added that. I can't say he's added the 3-ball. He's had the 3-ball, but him actually shooting it with confidence, shooting it with rhythm, taking out that slow aspect where he kind of hesitates as he's going up to shoot it, sometimes making the elbow flare out a little bit. He doesn't do any of that anymore. He's got that jumper down. He's hitting it off the dribble now from 3, and that's kind of, he knows that that's been the factor when they're going through injuries. I got to shoot the 3 more. I got to put up more points if we don't have a J-Dub. But they still get that production from Jalen Williams. They get it off the bench from Kason Wallace. Jared McCain's been a great addition to that team as well. And I think when Shea kind of just, at least in my head, to me, he reestablished I'm the current MVP right now as it stands. It's mine to lose, and it's not going anywhere. How did you feel about the performance last night? Or go ahead, JR, but I was going to ask Curtis as well.
For those out there who have been giving him a hard time, one for personally, because I was complaining about the free throws, he only shot 4 free throws last night and went 4-4. So he did what he did, 35 points on 39 minutes, but only 4 free throws.
Straight buckets.
Hats off.
Straight buckets. Had a bunch of assists as well, getting his teammates involved. He's gotten to the point now where he's reached that category where, you saw a prime Steph, you saw a prime Kyrie, you saw a prime Kevin Durant. Every single decision they make with the basketball is the best possible play for them with the ball in their hands. Every single time. Like, obviously, players, it's basketball. You play a lot, you have the ball in your hand, you're going to have a couple turnovers. But it's to the point where he's making the correct read as a scorer, as a passer, and off the ball based on his matchup. Every single time he's entered that category now. He kind of had that last year, definitely had it as a scorer, but he has it in every facet now, not just with his scoring ability, and that's kind of crazy to watch. The best scorer in the NBA is a true point guard, whether we like it or not, and that's kind of cool to see. It's what the league needs to have. Curtis Phillips joining us now, our other handicapper and co-host here on the Ticket Puncher radio show and X YouTube stream. Curtis, glad to have you with us. Before you talk about last night's performance, just overall, we haven't been on the radio in a few days. It's been, a little under a week here. How's the start of the March been for you? How's the fam doing? How are the punches doing?
Yeah, everything's going great, Roman. Glad to be back here with you guys. As far as the punches go, it's been on and off for the start of March. Yesterday, we did go 4-0 on our official punches, so looking to build off of that, and obviously March Madness coming up, MLB starting soon. We have conference tournaments all week, so I'm very excited. Just the World Baseball Classic as well going on, so we have a lot to kind of dive into. So I'm really looking forward to this month of March in the sports. It's been well so far.
It has been a slow start in terms of the radio official punches, not being able to give out so many. It's hard to kind of build that record up, but we still give them out on Twitter. And that's before we get into our talk. I want to let the listeners know, if you're tuned in, if you're listening, carrying over from the Mike Rutherford show, even if we're not on the radio, we are still tweeting out our punches, the plays that we would be talking about on the radio show. We're not always getting out on our YouTube and X stream, but we try to get out on the YouTube and X, even on the days we're not on the radio, to give these plays out at _Ticket Punchers. You don't even have to put the underscore. If you go on Twitter and you just type in Ticket Punchers, we're going to pop up. Give us a follow. It's the same icon you see when you look at the podcast and stuff. And you see the ones that I'm quoting and retweeting on my personal page as well. Go follow those picks. Go follow our punches here because we get them out as much as possible. Philly had 3 different sports he was betting on yesterday with his officials: hockey, basketball, and baseball. Clean sweep. What's going on, JR?
Our format a little bit, Rome.
Yes, so we give out official punches on X each and every day, individual to the 3 co-hosts here, and then we give a triple punch parlay out each and every day, where that has 3 picks, 1 from JR, 1 from Curtis, 1 from myself. We keep track of all of our plays, keep a record of all of our plays, and go and end of the month and week by week recaps on our records. We like to get out on our personal YouTube and our personal Twitter pages where you can follow us and keep out on the virtual aspect of what we do when we're not on the radio side of things. Fellas, anything I'm missing there?
No,
Nope.
You hit it right on. Yeah.
Give us a follow, tune in, turn those notifications on, follow what the Ticket Punchers are doing because, fellas, we are off to a very positive, very green March, punching as much as we can. And let's get into it for tonight. Sponsored by Chad Hennessy and Insuramax. We're going to give out our triple punch parlay first, fellas. A lot to look into. We're going to keep it basic for you guys so we can explain more with our triple punch pieces. Obviously, we'll be staying live a little bit after the radio show to give out just more talk on the things that we give out. But, Curtis, I want to start with you. We've got to give out a triple punch because on the days that we're not on the radio, the triple punch is hot, right? And I want to carry that over onto the radio show and see if we can get on a little bit of a streak here. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, JR costed us last night, but we weren't able to post it. I followed JR's play, tailed him last night, didn't hit. Followed Philly's play, though, and we got the win there.
In my defense, it was 80%. Shay decided to turn into Superman and put the cape on and go for 9, 10 rebounds last night. He had 6 at halftime.
With Gordon playing, I didn't think he was going to get to that many that quickly, but that's what MVPs do. What we got for tonight, Curtis?
Yeah, we're turning over to hockey late game, Oilers and Avalanche. We're going to go over that 6.5. It's juiced a little bit at -150, but I love it. 2 of the highest scoring teams in all of the NHL. They've hit this over in 3 straight matchups. So I'm expecting a fast-paced hockey game with a lot of goals tonight. So that'll be my triple punch. Oilers, Avalanche, over 6.5.
Oilers, Avalanche, over 6.5. What was the odds on that?
-150.
Nice. -150 play there for our first leg on the Triple Punch Parlay, sponsored by Chad Hennessy and Insuramax. JR, what you got for the Triple Punch? Got JR still muted here, JR. Still muted, my man.
Victor Wembanyama, 23.5 points. Sorry, we're driving. Pulling around, but 23.5 points over.
Victor Wembanyama. 23.5 points.
-125.
Over. -125. Philly, try to get these in on the parlay if you can so we can get a final odds on these. I like the Wemby play here tonight. Going up against the Celtics, they're on their home floor. I don't know why there's a 3.5 point line. That was going to kind of be a conversation topic for the end of the show, giving out official punches when I took the Spurs money line straight up. But I like that play there, kind of coexisting with one that I'm going to be taking in that Spurs money line. Going to need Wemby to have a big night there. So liking that play, not mad at that at all. Oh, fellas, I'm going to rock with Devin Booker for tonight. I think that he's going to get to that 25-plus point mark again, going up against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Yes, Giannis is playing, but they're going to be doing a lot of switching. I don't really know who's going to be guarding, if they're going to put Osman Jang on him, if they're going to have switches. AJ Green can't guard Booker. I know Ryan Rollins can, but obviously they're going to be trying to get Ryan Rollins off of him as much as possible. So I think Devin Booker continues the good scoring streak he's been on here as of late. Give me Devin Booker on the 25-plus points at -164 for the Triple Punch Parlay piece to wrap us up on the 3 legs there. So we've got Avalanche and Oilers over 6.5. We've got Wemby over 23.5 points, and we've got Devin Booker 25-plus points. Philly, what did that wrap us up to on the odds?
Yeah, odds on FanDuel, we have it +388.
+388. We've hit a couple of +340s, a couple of +360s. I think we hit one +440 or something like that as well on an earlier triple punch. So that's right around the odds where we like to keep them. Go lock that in. We're going to be all locking that in as we do each and every day. The Triple Punch Parlay presented by Chad Hennessy and Insuramax. All right, fellas, as we get down to the last 8-9 minutes of the show, I want to go to the official punch route, and I kind of just want to see, JR, we'll start with you or Philly, whichever one. Philly, if you kind of had some already ready, because there's college baseball on, there's MLB, spring training games on, I think, if you kind of wanted to look into those. But the World Baseball Classic's on. I know you had some plays in the last couple of days on the World Baseball Classic. We've got a big matchup tonight again, USA-Italy, both undefeated. I'll be looking into a Baseball Classic game on tomorrow's slate. But, Philly, talk us into what you're taking officially tonight, no matter what the sport is.
Yeah, for right now, just rocking with the NBA. I'll start off with Cooper Flag over his 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists mark at -125. I took it this morning. I believe it's bumped up 1 or 2. But the 3 games since he's returned from injury, he's finished right around this mark, 31, 30, and 29. All 3 of those games were against slower paced and good defensive teams like the Raptors, Celtics, and Magic. The Hawks, who he plays tonight, is sort of the opposite of that. They like to play at a fast pace, and they don't play a lot of defense. So I think Cooper Flag goes off tonight. I think he's very capable of getting to the 31 points, rebounds, and assists mark. So I love that. And then I'm also on Jaylen Brown over 11.5 rebounds and assists at -122. He's cashed this in 8 straight games after the All-Star break. Jason Tatum, he really hasn't been a factor as far as negatively impacting anybody on the Celtics. He's fitting right into the offense. So I think Jaylen Brown can still get his. He already had 15 rebounds and assists on this Spurs team. So I think he'll get to that 12 mark tonight. So those would be my 2 official punches in the NBA.
Like those punches there. I'll be rocking with some of those. Might throw one of those on a parlay as well. You'll be able to catch those if you missed them on the show at @ticket punchers. Go find us on X. We'll have all of our official punches tweeted there. JR, what are you taking for tonight? Anything official, whatever it may be.
Yeah, so we got the Wemby play the 23.5 -1. Also, I've been watching Gonzaga here lately. I think Graham goes under. In some of these games, it's I would say anxiety or a little bit, but they got his line sitting at 23.5, going against Santa Clara. They played pretty darn good last night defensively. I think defensive guy will be pretty similar, but he's pretty athletic, man. I was watching him. He kind of reminds me I always mess his name up, but Ayo Desamu.
Desumo.
Yeah, is a comp to the guy guarding him. So I think athletically we can definitely under 23.5. He hasn't surpassed in 6 games, so I think 23.5 is right there. So we got Gonzaga -7.5. I really like them against Santa Clara with them playing a really tough game last night. Gunned them 4 or 5 times over the last year or so, and their last 2 meetings they've covered this line. Pretty confident that in this championship spot that they'll get this knocked out here.
I think so too. I had them covering that one.
And 2 other lines that was Brandon Williams, 10.5 points, -146. He's 10 for 10 on this. So I was going to take him for PRA, but looking at this, I mean, his closest game was against Boston. He had 11, but he's 10 out of 10, 100%. -146. I think that's a steal. And they're playing up point guards like they used to.
I like it. That's all you got for officials for tonight?
I mean, I keep going. We got a few minutes. I like the under in the Lakers Timberwolves.
I mean, plays for your official record. Official punch plays.
Oh, I'm taking all these.
Okay, let's hear it.
I haven't put out a lot, so I got them. So, for those of you watching, if you don't like Williams straight up points, he plays on Dallas. You can take his PRA at over 15.5, -168. Gonzaga -15, and then the last is Lakers and Timberwolves under 230.5, -102.
I got a couple plays for tonight, fellas. 2 team plays. I'm going Spurs money line, straight up. Celtics have to travel across the country here on their road trip. I think that this is a spot where they just won't be able to stop the interior play. I know that Vucevic has been good, but I don't think he's playing in this one, fellas. Keita, I don't think that Keita, Hugo Gonzalez and Sam Hauser are enough to stop what the Spurs like to do with Vassell getting to the basket, Wemby getting to the basket, and the way that they can just create things in the lane. Give me the Spurs straight up. Don't think that the Celtics are going to be able to defend them from start to finish in that one. I also like the over-under 216.5 in the Pistons-Nets game. It's in Brooklyn. I think that this is a blowout spot for the Pistons. I still think the Nets can score enough points to get over this 216.5 mark. Yes, the Pistons have defending at a pretty high rate, but there's a couple players that have been injured for them. Rotation's a little bit different. A couple guys getting back now after injuries or suspensions and injuries and whatnot. So I just think that they get up to that pretty high margin, and then the Pistons should allow the Nets to score enough points to get us over that 216.5. What I will say is I'm going to take the 216, but I'm going to hammer this if it happens to start slow, drops down to like a 207.5, 208.5 from the live line, hammering that for sure if we get that. Those are the game props that I'm liking. In the NBA, I mean, I think this is a LeBron, fresh legs, didn't play in the last game, going up against the Timberwolves, in a spot where I think that you're going to see Anthony Edwards and McDaniels on Austin and Luka. I know that you're going to see some McDaniels possessions on Bron, but if they've got Randall out there trying to guard him, I mean, I think LeBron's going to be able to be a jump shooter in this game. I think that I like LeBron get over his point total mark right now. We've been betting Bron a lot, but it's at 18.5. He's covered this in 5 of his last 6, I believe. Give me LeBron on the 18.5 points. We'll go ahead and just call it the 17.5, actually, on the alternate line. You get the same odds for the most part. For the 18+, those are going to be my official punches in the NBA for tonight. Unfortunately, fellas, we had a technical difficulty, and we don't have a podcast for today's show. We could post the YouTube feed on our X for people to go back and stream if they want to, but no audio, unfortunately. We do have the visual aspect. But what else do you like it for tonight, fellas? If you just want to go ahead and pick some games, we got a couple more minutes before we get out of here.
Honestly, I'm still kind of digging. Got off work a little late, so I haven't got to dive in the whole thing, in the whole slate here. But I'm sure I will have a play in the World Baseball Classic. I'm eyeing this Canada-Puerto Rico matchup, trying to find what I like here. Lots of MLB talent on both sides of that. So I'm leaning towards the over, but I'll get everything posted out.
I've got an official in college basketball tonight, fellas. ACC matchup. We've got Wake Forest and Virginia Tech playing. I'm rocking with Wake Forest on the plus money line straight up to beat Virginia Tech. I think Juke Harris, they won't have an answer for him offensively. I like the length and size on Wake Forest to kind of slow down the guard play for Virginia Tech. Give me Wake Forest to win this one straight up for my only NCAA college basketball prop for today. I had a couple of soccer plays, but obviously those games all got wrapped up. We would have went 1 for 3 in those. But play for tomorrow, I am going to go with the Arsenal money line, which will be at 145. So that will be before our radio show. It will be an official punch for tomorrow's record, but we're going to be giving that out today. Anything else in college or in the NBA, game-wise, team-wise, fellas, you want to drop before we get out of here, JR?
Y'all want to do an NBA run real quick?
I can go ahead and pick. We can pick the slate real fast.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll get us started here.
All right.
Let's see. We'll of course they don't have. Yeah, we've got 76ers Grizzlies 7 p.m.
Give me Grizzlies +4.
Yeah, there's a lot of injury. Well, they don't have Edgecombe, no Maxey, no nobody. Who do you got, Rome?
Yeah,
I'll lean Grizzlies +4.5.
Okay, we could do that. I'll trust y'all on this one.
Hawks Mavericks 7:30 in Atlanta.
I think the safe. It's crazy. I want to say Hawks money line because I don't like laying that many points. Mavericks, I don't know. There's no telling when they're going to be competitive.
Yeah,
there's really not. They're tanking. They're trying to lose.
Exactly.
Cooper, Cooper does his thing somehow, some way, but give me Atlanta.
Still looking good.
Give me Atlanta on the -4.5 alternate line, teased about halfway down.
I'm fine with that.
Brooklyn Pistons 14.5 point favorites.
The Brooklyn Pistons.
I'd like a win like how you can do a win margin 11 plus. I think that would be kind of a route I'd take.
Yeah, I like that.
Can you parlay that with the other props for?
You usually
on
can.
The win, probably for NBA you can. I think college basketball games you can't get an SGP out of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it now.
Right.
You can take it. I don't think you can SGP it. Is what it is. Sometimes you can't SGP those.
Right.
10-game parlay for the listeners who may not know what that is. Fellas, run out of time here. We got to get out of things on the radio side of things, but we will be back tomorrow. Actually, we won't be back tomorrow. We'll be off the radio due to the Louisville game. We will be on YouTube and on X 5:30 to 6:30. Thank you all so much for tuning in and listening to the Ticket Punchers here on 96.1 FM, 1450 AM. Curtis, JR, let's go punch those tickets.
Punch those tickets.
Punch some tickets. Let me know when we're clear. You hooping, Curtis?
Yep. That's my weekly activity nowadays. Yes, sir.
Try to tell you. Want to get going.
My weekly exercise.
Yeah. Should be a good one today.
Yeah.
We got
I'll have
already 15.
With me. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yep. I put I said in the group me.
Heat Wizards.
Heat
16.5 point favorites.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly.
Wiz.
Wait, but okay.
16.
I like that. I like a Wizard. He's
like
up to like a plus 20, maybe.
Yeah. Ultimate.
I don't love us laying no 16.5 against anybody.
20.5 is minus 180. I like that.
Or should we take a few more points? I mean, we can.
I mean, they haven't lost by anything larger outside of 16. So I like that. They lost by
20.5.
Yeah. I mean, we could alt it down a little bit. We could do like 18, 17, 18. I mean, shit. I think they covered the 17, honestly.
Yeah. I'll do the 20.5 to be safe.
Long as
and then y'all both like Spurs. Yeah.
What'd you say?
Y'all both like Spurs, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's an easy one.
I'm on the other side, but for the parlay, I'm gonna rock with y'all.
At home?
I like Celtics, bro. Not necessarily to cover that 3.5. I like a teased up number, like Celtics plus 7.5.
Oh, okay. Didn't Boston play last night?
They played Sunday. I don't think they played last night.
Oh, okay.
Sunday versus the Cavs.
Did the Spurs play?
I don't think the Spurs. Well, actually, I can't remember if they played. I don't think the Spurs played last night either.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I got to get out there. I got work to do on the farm.
All right, go punch them tickets then.
No, I'm saying
you click up real quick.
Yeah, let's fly through them.
Okay.
What we got?
Raptors, Rockets minus 4.5.
I like the Raptors.
I do too. You want to tease it up? You like the plus 4.5?
Or I like the plus 5.5.
Plus 5.5. All right.
But then again, this is a weird one. If you get a good performance out of Reed Shepherd, the Rockets shouldn't lose, and I think Reed Shepherd can kind of exploit those Raptors.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it though? Is my thing. It's
right.
Reed's the damn X factor every fucking night for them.
Yeah.
Didn't Houston drop the last one? Yeah, they lost the last one at home. Houston comes out and win this. I say we go money line.
All right, I can rock with that.
We'll rock it. I'll rock with it.
I don't love it though. I'm just letting you know.
Durant, Smith, and Sengun. Patel, he's questionable. Barnes, Barrett, Ingram quickly. I only like it because of the home factor and coming off of a loss compared to Toronto had to travel all the way to US flight. Mm-hmm. And they just played, didn't they?
If Pirtle doesn't play, I like Rockets money line.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Rockets.
But I was leaning Rappers plus 5.5 when I first initially saw
Rappers.
Same. All right, Suns Bucks.
Yeah.
Suns favored by a point, basically a pick 'em. I like the
No
Suns.
Dylan Brooks, right?
Yeah, Brooks still
Yeah,
out,
he's
I
been
believe.
out. He's still got the cast on his finger.
No Mark Williams tonight. Grayson's on a
Yeah,
game
no.
time decision with his ankle. Give me the Bucks.
Okay, yeah, if Grayson, yeah.
But I like Book to get to that 25 though.
All right.
It's Gillespie, Booker, Green, Royce O'Neal, and Iguodala.
See, but they keep these games close somehow.
No, they do, bro.
They do.
I feel like I think Allen's at
Jalen Green is the X factor.
Yeah, if you
They
get a good,
don't have somebody that can guard Green.
Right. So
I mean,
what we thinking?
give me the Suns.
Oh, no, it's a tough one.
Didn't the Bucks just lose? Didn't they just lose a high-scoring close one?
Yeah, because Giannis was throwing the
No,
ball
got
at the
blown
pad.
the Magic, if that's what you're talking
He
about.
was pissed. Yeah.
And
No,
then-
they won their
before
last one. I don't know who that was.
No, they
game
lost
before
to
that.
the Magic Sunday, but beat the Jazz on Saturday. They lost to the Magic by 40, but beat the Jazz by 14 the day before.
Yeah, 113.
I'll rock with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh, you like the Suns, Roman?
I kind of do. But if
That's
no
a
Mark
tough one.
Williams, if there's no Mark Williams, this should be a Giannis triple-double spot.
I'll check the lineup. I don't think they're. I mean, yeah,
All right.
He's been kind of quit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can tell. Like, you know, I'm the biggest Giannis fan in the world. He's probably my second favorite right now behind Ant-Man. But he's been shown, like, when they don't rotate or they don't, like, you know, knock down shots that he tries to have potential assists. Dude, he's been showing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Give me the Lakers money line. You heard it.
Ooh.
You heard me.
Yeah. I was gonna take it too. I was waiting.
Lakers.
Collins, Green, Dean, GG, and Miles Turner. I don't know. I like Phoenix in that. I ain't gonna lie.
Phoenix. All right, we'll rock.
They ain't got nobody.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
rocking
gonna
with
got nobody
Phoenix.
that can guard Jalen Green.
Booker's
though.
playing.
Jalen
Give me
Green
Phoenix.
is torching them.
Bet we'll rock Phoenix. We'll rock Phoenix. Hornets traveling out to Portland, favored by 3 versus the Blazers.
That's a weird line. Why are they not favored by 6.5?
I think because Denny,
Line is
like
79.
I think Denny's playing, and they're drastically better with him in the line.
Lineup.
With no Shaden Sharp playing?
No. Holiday, Kamara, Denny, Jeremy Grant, and Clint.
Yeah, give me
Shaden
Charlotte on the money line straight up. They're either going to blow them out or lose, I feel like.
Public is
Yeah.
taking on the 8%. I like that.
All right, Hornets. Okay, Bulls traveling.
I'm not betting that Pacers Kings. I'm sorry. We're not putting that on the parlay.
That's cool. That's cool because this next game we'll leave it right at 10 legs, so I'm fine with that. Warriors, Bulls. Warriors favored by 6.
Is Steph back?
I hope not.
No.
They got the Warriors
No.
favored by 80%.
This is an injury
Wow.
fest, fellas. I mean, I don't like
We
Warriors
don't
should
have
win
to-
at home. Warriors play better basketball. Warriors role players play better basketball than the Bulls role players.
Yeah.
They just played last night. They look gassed. They lost me money.
Give me the Warriors money line. I guess Draymond should be enough defensively.
Draymond looked like he was fouling for triple last night or something. He looked tired.
And he's day to day right now. He's on a day to day.
Yeah.
Here we go, fellas.
He's questionable, and Melton was their lead scorer.
10 legs plus 14,225. Yep. So we got Pistons win margin 11 plus, Hawks minus 4.5, Grizzlies plus 4, Washington Wizards plus 20.5, Spurs money line, Rockets money line, Lakers money line, Suns money line, Hornets money line, Warriors money line. I'm gonna sprinkle a few dollars on here, and I'm gonna send this to you all.
I like it. I like it. Let's punch your tickets.
Go punch those tickets.
All right, y'all. I got